Shalom, coming in the spirit and power of Yahawah Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is going to be titled Ways to Gain Favor with Yahawah Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Right? It's going to be a quick one, but important one nonetheless. Ecclesiasticus 3:1. Start from the beginning. Hear me, your father, O children, and do after, that ye may be safe. Right? So you got to listen. This is how you can be safe or saved. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Right? So mom has authority over the sons. Right? Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins. So honoring your father makes an atonement for your sins. Right? No matter who your dad is, whoever he is to you, whatever he's done, you still have to honor him. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be an Israelite. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be striving to be one of the hopeful elect, to be beamed up and inherit the kingdom and be joint heirs with Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. So yeah, whatever your dad has done to you in the past or presently, you have to understand on top of it, it's demons. He has demons. Right? And I understand for that myself, where I had to come to that understanding. Right? And even when you're dealing with the person, you're in the flesh, you're angry, right? For a split second, but you have to remember, they have demons, they're still your dad, right? And if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be in the truth. So, right? So you have to honor him, right? No matter what. Because the Most High is watching you. The Most High is watching you. Yahweh Shai is watching you. The angels are watching you. So it's like you're trying out for a team. If you ever played sports, you're trying out for a team. All the scouts and the coach and the GM are all there watching to see what you do in every scenario that they put at you, right? Every test that they give you, right? And then they're making tallies, because there's other players trying out too. You're not the only one trying out, so you want to make it. So you have to be very circumspect and keen about what you're doing, what you say, how you think, how you portray yourself, And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. So you're honoring your mom, same thing. You're laying up treasure in spiritually, right? Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children, and when he hath maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. So the Most High will hear your prayers if you're honoring your dad, your father. And if you have kids, you have joy of your kids, but right, that's if you have kids. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother, right? These are pretty self-explanatory, but they're very important because this is how you gain favor with Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. And there's more. Obviously, you can read through the scriptures. Obviously, doing following the commandments, law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Having faith will obviously give you favor in the Most High. But this is just something I came across when I was reading Ecclesiasticus. It's just kind of quick, but it's important stuff. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father and will do service unto his parents as to his masters, right? So if your parents need help with things, you help them out to the best of your ability. But at the same time, you got to be aware of certain things too. So you just got to be balanced. That's all it really comes down to. But at the same time, right, if you're in the position to help, then you got to help to the best that you can, right? Honor thy father and mother both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. So you never know. They might bless you, right? Through Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai, they might bless you with something. You never know. I mean, that's not why you want to do that, but it's just something so you're aware that something could happen. Maybe the Most High will bless you through your parents, right? For the blessing of the father established a house of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for the father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. Yeah. So when your dad does something wrong, which that happens to me a lot, don't glory in his mistake, right? Or his dishonorable thing that he's done, because it's also dishonor unto you, because that's your dad, right? It's more of it's better to be in the state of like, man, I don't know why he always does that. But you understand, demons on him. He's old, right? And he's not perfect. He's not, the Most High's not dealing with him. So you have to expect them to make mistakes, right? You have to expect them to not want to change. You have to expect them just to be the same, be a toad, right? That's okay. That's okay. Okay, but don't get caught up into the emotions. And I do this for myself. I tell it to myself, like, don't get caught up in emotions when they do certain things, right? Because the Most High is not dealing with them. You have to remember, the Most High is dealing with you. That's why you're able to change. That's why you're able to grow. That's why you're able to fight off these demons. That's why you're able to correct yourself and not be prideful about it. And, because it's a gift. Not everyone has it. And you see it all around you. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth. Yeah, and my dad is very old. He's old now. And he starts to forget things, right? Now, sometimes you might be questioning whether he actually forgot it or he chose to do that. At the end of the day, you don't really know. So, you just have to, just assume that he forgot it. And, but if it's something that's serious, then let him know. Like, just don't allow him to keep making a mistake. But you have to understand, when people get old, like, you're not at their age, so you don't know you have no idea how your brain would be working at that age, especially if you haven't taken care of yourself, especially if the Most High is not dealing with you. So for me, I just try to help as much as I can, with my parents, because they're old, right? Where are we? Slack. Yeah, so I also try not to make his life hard, right? So I don't talk about the scriptures like that with him. I mean, I did when I first came into the truth. I was a roaring lion, but I don't do that anymore, because like they can't handle it. It's like when you do that, you're taking off the cloak for their sins, right? So then demons come. Demons, like, they can't handle it. But at the same time, you are supposed to tell him certain things. You are supposed to tell him that Most High's name is Yahawah, his son's name is Yahawah, that you're an Israelite. The mark of the beast is the chip, the RFID chip, right? Esau is the devil, right? The physical counterpart of Satan, right? You are supposed to tell them those things, but after that, that's it. If they're not, if someone's receiving it and they want to change and your spirit's dealing with them, if they're not. So if you see that it's not dealing with them, you just leave it alone. Right, so I don't bring it up anymore. I just allow him to do whatever he wants to eat pork. That's his business. I already told him you're not supposed to do it. I explained it. That's it. Just keep it moving. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength. Basically what I just said. I'm young, he's old, so I'm not going to despise him for not understanding certain things, right? I will get I will be in the spirit of the flesh and be a little agitated that he won't get it. But I have to remember he's old. I always come back. The point is not to stay in that state. I can't tell you that it's not going to happen, because you're in the flesh. It's going to happen. But you just don't stay there. Just get out of it. Right? You have to use your knowledge, wisdom, understanding to understand, like, the person's old. The Most High's not dealing with them, right? They have demons on them. So that's just who they are, right? Because if you don't, you'll fall into that trap with them, that emotional trap, and then you might get in an argument over something stupid. For the relieving of the father shall not be forgotten, and instead of sins, it shall be added to build thee up. So there you go. The Most High will see what you're doing and use it to build you up, right? Just because you can't see it physically doesn't mean it's not happening, right? If you're gaining more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right, your faith is increasing, the Most High is doing things for you in your life, that he's building you up, right? And it's because of what you're doing. You're like Apostle Gabar said, you're getting brownie points, right? And of course, you want to get as much brownie points as you possibly can, because we were trying to make it. We're trying to get into the chariots, right? So you have to show, Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai, that you're serious. Because remember, you're fighting your flesh too. Your flesh doesn't want to do the right thing. It wants to do the wrong thing, So you're fighting your flesh on top of it to do these right things. So he's watching. He knows your mind. He knows if you're trying or not. So you just gotta keep striving, keep praying, keep asking for more, and then keep applying. In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered. There you go. Thy sins also shall melt away, as the ice in the fair warm weather. He that forsaketh his father is as a blasphemer, and he that angereth his mother is cursed of Yahawah. So do not do that, right? My son, go on with thy business in meekness, so shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Yeah. So all this stuff about what's going on right now on the planet. You have the knowledge and understanding of Yahawah Shem Shai. You understand the scriptures. You can break things down, right? The Most High is dealing with you, right? So you would, if you didn't have understanding, you would be very prideful. So you want to be humble, right? Right? You want to be humble, right? The greater thy art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. So as long as you keep staying humble, the Most High will keep revealing things to you, right? So now we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 11, from 20 to 22. Be steadfast in thy covenant and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work, right? So steadfast means be unshakable, right? In the covenant, right? The laws, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. So you want to wax old in the work of following the covenant, right? That's where you want to be waxing old in, old getting wise, because the word old also means wise. Marvel not at the works of sinners, right? But trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. So don't look at what other people are doing in the world, right? The I guess you want to say marvelous things that they're doing in the world, because it's based off of sin. So that leads to death. That they're going to be destroyed, right? Abide in the labor which is the truth, the work, the ministry. Stay in that, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. So if the Most High sees you're working, you're striving, even with all these distractions around you, right? You're focusing on the truth, right? And majority of we're all in that meek state. He can make you rich. It's nothing to the Most High to make you rich. Yahawah Shem Shai to make you rich. He controls everything. All of a sudden, you just came across a lot of money, or he gave you a job where you can make a lot of money. And I don't want to use the word a lot. Make a new job to give you the chance to make enough money to pay off certain things you have, right? Maybe you have bills you need to pay, or whatever the case may be. But he puts you in the opportunity to get that money, right? Which is going to help you defend yourself against certain evil times, right? But he can do that. He can do whatever he wants, right? The blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing flourish, right? So the Most High can do it at a twinkling of an eye, right? Maybe there was a job you're waiting for, and boom, they call you. And this job you're making good money, right? You can pay bills now. You can take care of certain things because the Most High seen what you were doing. Seeing that you weren't being distracted by the sinners and trying to chase after what they have, right? So the last one is Ecclesiasticus. Oh, slack, we got one more after this. Ecclesiasticus 12:2. Do good to the goodly man, or slack. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High, right? So a godly man is a man that's in the truth, right? The man that fears Yahawah Shem Shai, right? Because another scripture says that charity covers a multitude of sins, right? So be charitable, but also be charitable too. You have to be aware of who you're being charitable to, because some people are just wicked, right? And they're trying to use you to get favor. So you have to be circumspect about that. But right, it says right here, do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find recompense. Recompense means paid back. And if not from him, yet from the Most High. So the Most High might pay you back, right? So for example, if a brother needs money, whatever the case may be, like whatever the amount is, and you have it, give it to him, right? Don't be worried about, oh, well, this is a lot of money. Oh, I don't know if this person's gonna pay me back. Like, when are you gonna pay me back? Da, 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 da. Like, when I give people money, I don't even ask them when they're gonna pay me back. I just say, here you go. Because I mean, I expect the same when if I'm in a certain situation, that they'll help me out too. And at the end of the day, like it says right here, the Most High will pay you back, right? He might pay you back double. You never know, right? So you don't want to be thinking about that, because another thing, Apostle Tahar used to always say, you know, if Yahawah Shai came asking you for money, would you even question and hesitate to give him the money? No, you wouldn't. So why would you do that with a brother? Right? It's very simple. So the last one is Ecclesiasticus 5 and verse 7. Make not tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Right? So don't take your time to turn to Yahawah Shem Shai, right? Whether it comes from doing the work, whether it comes from praying, when it comes for anything that has to deal with the ministry, the truth, with Yahawah Shem Shai. Don't wait to do it, right? Don't say, oh, I'll do it next day. Oh, I'll do it the next day. Oh, I'll do it the next day. It could be studying, whatever the case may be, right? Don't do that, because Most High can come, well, Yahawah Shai can come at any moment, at any time, right? Or Yahawah Shem Shai could send someone on you at any moment, at any time, and you will never see it coming. Because how would you see it coming? The Most High controls everything, right? So that's it on that. I'm pretty sure I made the point. You know, the point is just to keep doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Keep doing the right things, because they're watching, right? I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'd like to close out by saying, Ka halal Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawah Shai, Bahashem Rukakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the hopeful elect pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, and then 2/3 as well. Kwam Yashrella, Abad, Babal, Shalom.